is about how singing can be a vehicle to us leading better, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. And, as the great Ella Fitzgerald said, the only thing better than singing is more singing. So, let's get started. Part 1. What's your song? Chapter 1. Everyday singing. Let us go singing as far as we go. The road will be less tedious. Virgil. Humans have always sung. In fact, there is evidence that singing developed before spoken language. There is no known human culture that does not sing. Some anthropologists believe that because singing in a group is a sociable, inclusive, and cooperative activity, it provided an evolutionary advantage for early humans. The Greek philosophers also understood this. Plato asserted, all well-bred men should have mastered the art of singing and dancing. In the 16th century, English composer William Byrd argued that the exercise of singing is delightful to nature and good to preserve the health of man. However, in the modern world, many people have become estranged from singing. People tend to view themselves as either a singer or a non-singer, and there seems to be a lot more in the non-singer category. Most people who come to my choirs or workshops tell me that they haven't sung since their school days, and in Chapter 2, we'll look at why that might be. The songs we sing define who we are and who we want to be. Songs are powerful. They help define who we are as individuals and in our communities. They also define certain periods of our lives. In his book, The World in 6 Songs, musician and psychologist Daniel Levitin identifies 6 different functions that a song can fulfill: friendship, joy, comfort, religion, knowledge, and love. Songs become the soundtrack to our lives and help us to understand the world around us. But most of us have become used to being passive receivers of such songs rather than active participants. We might sing along in the privacy of the shower or the car, but feel inhibited to do the same with other people. Therefore, we tend to only sing at those big moments in life where we feel obliged: weddings, funerals, celebrations. But group singing is something we can access all of the time, and it can enhance our everyday life. To misquote a phrase, singing is for life, not just for Christmas. So, what's stopping us? We'll look at this in more detail in the next chapter, but for many people the term choir is the first barrier. What is a choir? I've recently started a monthly singing session in my local pub. It's called the Glyn Arms Pub Choir. We meet on the last Sunday of each month, and I teach 2 well-known songs in 2-part harmony. It's fun and friendly, and people feel relaxed in a more informal environment and quickly lose their inhibitions when singing as part of a big group. But is this really a choir? The definition of choir, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, is a group of people who sing together. So, yes, the Glyn Arms Pub Choir certainly fits the description. And I'll use the term choir throughout this book to mean singing groups. However, choir can be a loaded word. It might make you think of formal groups, reading from musical notation, performing in churches or concert halls. Or it might make you think about contemporary choirs popularised through film and TV, such as Pitch Perfect and Glee. For many people, these provide shortcuts to what singing in a choir is about. But there is a whole world of singing beyond the churches, concert halls, and the glee clubs. It is for this reason that I consciously avoid describing myself as a choir master, and prefer vocal leader, which feels broader and more inclusive. Likewise, I don't always include the word choir in the names of the singing groups I lead. My caution in using the word choir isn't a value judgment, but part of my way of making singing more accessible. What is everyday singing? To make singing more open and less scary, we need to start thinking about it in a different way. We need a model that is more inclusive and normalises group singing as part of everyday life.